is up with this? I can never get like my hair good for like these videos. I went to the barber shop today and I should have known, I should have made an appointment. They don't take walk-ins, so I'm gonna get this cut hopefully by next week. So I won't have to deal with this craziness. That being said, let's just do this. Where is it? There we go. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time of day you're watching this. I hope you're having a fantastic one. If you're new to my channel, my name is Colin Mason Wayne Whitfield, and I make videos about filmmaking, photography, and Davinci Resolve. If that's something you find interesting, feel free to subscribe. And if you're watching this on mobile, feel free to hit that bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I release a new video. But with that being said, let's talk about today's topic. Okay. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why I switched from HitFilm Pro to Davinci Resolve. For many years, HitFilm was my main editing software, and I used it to edit every video that I made. And I actually bought the physical copy, which obviously they don't sell physical copies of editing softwares anymore because everything's digital and it's just easier that way. I know I have it somewhere around here. Hold up. This is the first one that I bought. I thought it was so cool when I bought it. I was like, I'm gonna be so good. I'm gonna be pro like Freddie Wong. I'm gonna be the bomb diggity. Who the f says bomb diggity anymore? Oh, edit, create, share. Came with the actual CD. Video software for Windows XP and Vista and 7. Wow, that's old. It's the actual physical copy that I have. Better lighting. I should just put this on the shelf really and just have it on display. That's what I should do. This is like one of my prized possessions, if you will. It's been a minute since I actually sat down and looked at it. Yeah, we're just gonna put that back though. That was my first editing software that wasn't Movie Maker, and I loved it so much. It was hard to figure out, obviously, in the beginning, but after watching tutorials and whatnot, I figured out how to use it pretty well. I remember how excited I was when I first got it. I was doing all this cool research on how to do certain VFX within that editing software, so I would be like, how to fly in HitFilm, and I would be so impressed with everybody's work that was doing what I could possibly be doing on the same software that they're doing, but obviously it was at the time I didn't know that they were using a better version. You had more, you could use more effects. You had more choices. You had gunfire in the pro version, if you will, and then in the standard version you didn't have gunfire. You just had all the basics. Hence the name standard. I remember just searching all day on how to do tutorials, mainly VFX tutorials. But as I got older, I got a job that I hated, and I bought the pro version or better version of HitFilm Standard. The last version of HitFilm that I bought was HitFilm Pro 14. Then I heard of a software called Davinci Resolve. People were saying how powerful this software was. They were saying that you could color, you could edit, as well you could do VFX in it. And you could do the exact same things in HitFilm, and that's one of the things that really drew me to it. So with that being said, let's talk about some of the reasons why I switched over to Davinci Resolve. One of the reasons why I switched over to Davinci Resolve is because it has a better coloring interface. I'd use different effects to color correct and color grade my videos, and I would apply them directly onto the video itself within the editing timeline. In Davinci Resolve, I have a whole workspace dedicated specifically for this. I also have more tools at my disposal when I'm coloring in Davinci Resolve. Some of these tools include qualifiers and power grades and the use of nodes. These nodes include parallel nodes and layer nodes. Those just make it so much easier to color correct and color grade. Playing back my videos is another reason why I switched to Davinci Resolve. In HitFilm, I would play it back and it would only play a couple frames at a time. I also, of course, tried lowering the playback resolution, but that did not work to any avail. In Davinci Resolve, my videos would play fine, but sometimes I would have to put it in quarter resolution, and when I did that, it played back smoothly. It does have its moments though where it only plays a couple frames at a time, but that doesn't really happen that often. Davinci Resolve also has a cut page and a Fairlight page. I use the cut page to help speed up my editing process. It's very useful and I love it. At first I really didn't use it at all because I was intimidated by it. Then I realized that it could help me save time in my editing process, and it really wasn't that hard to use. I can now edit my YouTube videos pretty fast in post-production. I also had the same problem in Fairlight. I was intimidated by it and I didn't really know how to use it, but I realized that when I did use it, there was a lot of space that I could add my audio in that I didn't have within my editing page, and that was really helpful and useful. It's also nice to have things separated and being able to utilize different pages. And last but not least, one of the main reasons why I left HitFilm was because it would stop every time I would be editing a project, and that just drove me crazy. I would get upset and frustrated every time it would happen. as anyone would. And sometimes I would get so upset that I wouldn't want to work on the project anymore. I tried uninstalling it and reinstalling it so many times, but it still wouldn't work. I eventually started looking for a new software and I came across Davinci Resolve. So those are the reasons why I switched over from HitFilm to Davinci Resolve. But that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like. Also, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. Hit that bell icon if you're watching this on mobile so you'll be notified whenever I release a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and on TikTok. Links are in the notes below. And until next time, eat, sleep, and dream films. I'll see you guys in the next video. We're not putting that shit in the bloopers. That's way too much. What is wrong with me?